All right.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Beautiful.
As all of us know who work in preservation, we experience both wins and losses when working to save the Commonwealth's historic treasures. So it is indeed a privilege to welcome you to this gathering in celebration of all that has been accomplished to secure a future for Summerseat, a beloved local landmark that recalls the history of Ettrick.
The success of this project, as Julian mentioned, really can be attributed to the commitment of multiple partners, including Virginia State University, HistoriCorps, the Virginia Department of Historic Resources, the Somerset Citizens Group, and many others. The foundation really funded this project at Summerseat as a demonstration, with the hope that it could serve as a model for other similar preservation projects across our region.
The Summerseat project involved more than 30+ volunteers, over half of which were students earning academic credit and/or valuable job training skills. As an example, locally, 9 carpentry students from the Chesterfield County Technical Center participated throughout the project duration and earned their certificate from HistoriCorps Institute. And it's an amazing achievement for a technical school to do that. And they're coming back for more and more projects and expanding the trades that they're going to engage in as well.
It has been a pleasure to work with the governor these last 3.5 years on projects such as this. The governor told us very early on in the administration to be brave and bold and come up with new ideas. The governor initiated a historic and land conservation project called the 1,000 Treasures. We're now, I think we're about at 1,200, Governor. We surpassed our goal as you would want us to do.
You got a lot of treasures.
Yeah. Preserving places like Summerseat all over across the Commonwealth, and land and parks and places to go and public access. So he has been a true leader when it comes to historic preservation.
I want to thank everybody who's been responsible for helping make sure that Summerseat is protected and preserved, and I especially want to thank Virginia State University, the greatest university in all of Virginia. You with me? Because, you know, when they were doing some additions and putting some things in, it came up what we do about this, and the word came down that we're going to have to demolish it. And that would have been, as you know, such a tragic error for not only Virginia, but for our country, and for all the citizens groups who stepped up to the plate. I want to say thank you for making sure that Summerseat is still here. I want to thank all the folks, HistoriCorps. I want to thank, obviously, Cameron, Chesterfield, everybody else who's been involved in this. Our historic sites are such a treasure. Obviously, it's important we know about our history. I signed Executive Order number 64 so that all of us in state government take our responsibility of state stewardship, that we protect those assets that are under our domains, to protect them. And speaking of that, I'm here to give the governor's first award that we have ever given out for state stewardship. I want to give that to Virginia State University, because you're looking behind me at what happens when communities come together, people take the leadership. This could have been demolished. But folks coming together in a 6-year plan, it is not demolished. It is standing here. It is a testament to Virginia. It's a testament to all of our community organizers, to Cameron and to everybody else, but it's a real testament to Virginia State University. So Dr. Abdullah, I would like to present the first ever Governor's Stewardship Award to Virginia State University.
This is certainly a testament to the wonderful, wonderful commitment of so many people who have done so much here. And so I've got a list, and I'll name some names. I know I may not cover everyone, but I know that it's important that we acknowledge so many people who did so much. First, of course, to our great governor, Governor Terry McAuliffe, for coming out today and really understanding and appreciating the work that's been done. Thank you so much, Mr. Governor, for your commitment to the citizens of Virginia. To Ms. Molly Ward, the Secretary of Natural Resources, to Julie Langan, to our partners at the Cameron Foundation, Mr. Todd Graham. Again, we really appreciate your partnership. To all of the citizens who are here, the Ettrick Summerseat Community Group, and the concerned citizens of Ettrick, those who have partnered together to protect the history of our great community. To Chesterfield County, our partner here in Chesterfield County, Mr. Steve Ellswick, Dr. Edgar Wallen, Dr. Joseph Casey, Ms. Sarah Sneed, Ms. Kim Conley, Ms. Trey Waganek. Did I say it right? I've been practicing. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Also from the Department of Historic Resources, Mr. Mark Wagner, Ms. Adrienne Burge Wilson, from HistoriCorps, Mr. Robert Ogle, and last but certainly not least, those individuals here at Virginia State who have really been moving this ball forward. And I say this, we couldn't do this without Miss Jane Harris. Miss Harris, could you please stand up, please? Her and her team, including Mr. Davenport, Mr. Hubert Harris, and Mr. Jonas James, have really done a yeoman's work making sure that Virginia State University works to help protect the historic resources of the community. And so with that, again, I'm so excited to have all of you here, and thank you. Thank you for coming out to celebrate our award. Thank you.
There's two phases that are happening today. One is we have some masonry components going on, so the columns you see behind me are getting mortar and the bricks are being stabilized. If you notice, the porch is kind of being held up on stilts. So the stairway's gone, we removed that yesterday, so we're basically gonna be working on the stairs, you know, any sort of support structure, the fascia board, and then with all that gone, it allows these guys to do some of the masonry. Everything was blocking the top tiers of these columns. And so now that they're accessible, we can get in and reevaluate. Anytime you're working in an old building, there's going to be rot. You just never know how much until you start ripping boards up.
Today, our main objective is to disassemble that one side that they're working on right now. And also what they're going to be doing is putting OSB on and putting a tie back on to close it back in before we leave today. We have 11 students in the program. We'll be coming out every even day. This is my second-year group, and so I have them on even days only, and that's when we come out and assist them to help with this project. We have actually a working time of 2 hours, so once we get out here, unload, and prepare to work, we have actually a solid 2 hours of working time.
I'm going to push them inside the wall when I get to them.
For today, what we're trying to do is button down for the rain. So they're removing sections that have rot, kind of cover them, give an assessment of them, and turn that over to the next team. We're also trying to get some painting done. Hopefully with the wind, it'll dry before the rain comes in as well. So that's kind of what we're trying to do, some finishing today. Because the other team's coming in, there's a lot of things we don't have to pack up, so it gives us a little more time than we thought we were going to have. What's left to do is the entire back has to be painted, and then the rotted pieces need to be replaced and primed and painted. There's also a lot of odds and ends that need to be done around, just some finishing work.
This first phase we started at the end of August. It was 6 weeks. This is actually the 7th week. Phase 1 was exterior rehabilitation. It involved removal of all the vinyl siding. We also did brick repointing, brick repair on the post piers and, the porch piers, and then also the raised basement walls. What will be left to do is the final painting on the back shed, which VSU is committed to doing. We've got a great field staff, and they've gotten quite a bit done this week. I couldn't be more proud of them. We committed to getting to a certain point, and we'll get that done by the end of today. We want to leave it in good condition where there's no further deterioration. We've arrested the deterioration, and it's all set for phase 2.